And I got these plans. I'ma be goddamn, I don't see these through, you don't understand.
All right. Nice. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Sunday Night Nut Pod.
My name is Baxkpaxkzaxk. This is Mag Nut.
Yeah.
Or Satchel Maggie.
Or formerly known as Satchel Maggie. And we're two youngsters out here. We're trying to make it in the entertainment industry out in LA. Just two broke siblings having a good time.
Just vibing out. Welcome back to the Nut Pod. We had a lot to talk about last week because of the trip that was, we're still having withdrawals from it.
It'll always be one of those things where half of our heart is away.
Yeah, it's true. I think that it made it harder when we talked about it, in such depth on here, and we're like, no, it was actually the dopest shit. And then we're like, wait, it was actually the dopest shit.
Yeah. Because we were happy to be back, but
when we first came back, we were like, all right, let's get it.
Yeah.
But for me, we talked about it yesterday. I was like, dude, it's getting worse. It's growing.
Dude, yeah. And I feel that way too now that it's further away. But you know what I did perfectly? I listened to an album on repeat while I was there. So now the album is associated with the trip. Oh, our landlord sees this. Cover your eyes, Ed. No.
Ed, I'm sorry, man.
Don't worry, Ed. The smell will be gone by the time we move out.
Yeah, dude. Ed.
Ed,
calm down, bro.
Why are you so worked up, dude?
Come on, Ed. You're always on our dicks, bro. Off the podcast.
Anyway, the album. Wait, how do you say it?
What album is it?
I'm talking about the Hosier album. Yeah.
That one is fire.
It is, and I would listen to it every morning when I was walking or running. Through soul. So now when I hear it, it's just it has that vibe.
Yeah.
Which is always lit when you can capture that.
For sure. Dude,
conditioning.
The new Conway the Machine album dropped right when we landed in Seoul, and I was hyped. I was like, "Oh, let's go." So I just bumped it, and I bumped the whole thing on that bus ride.
Yeah.
Into Seoul, and I listened to it the other day, and I was like, oh, dude. It, took me right back.
That's the best.
It is, dude. And it's so funny how that happens, too, because,
you literally condition. It's literally Pavlov. It's classical conditioning.
Yo, it is. It's just dude, these sounds mean this place.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But, I remember when I was in Ecuador, Lord Pretty Flocka Jody 2 just dropped that album.
Nice.
And, all those songs just take me back to Ecuador, and it's been years now,
Yeah, and still, that's lit. Mm-hmm. I love when that works out. Yeah,
it is. Me too, honestly. And also, I think it's cool because even the stuff I'm writing, since I've been writing, it's oh, but that was a Hollywood song,
Yeah.
I'm that was my Hollywood era.
The new songs for this, obviously listen to Dialed In, everybody. But the new songs, the ones that you just showed me, I'm so excited for.
Yeah, me too.
They're really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I like them a lot. I feel I was telling you too, I feel I just figured out something very recently, something huge clicked with the music, whether it be the tone or the shit that I'm writing about. It's really just a combination. I'm just really figuring it out, figuring out what I actually want to sound like, and less making a song that I hope is good,
Yeah.
And I feel you have to start out that way.
No, definitely.
But yeah, I think that it feels like we turned over a new leaf, and
yeah.
So, yeah, I am excited.
It's always so crazy. Your music, especially, you can always hear the eras that they were written in. Even when it's not an album, Cherry Woods obviously was an era.
Yes.
Like a whole thing, a story.
Yeah.
Cohesive. But like even the other songs, like you can tell they're like written around the same time period.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
I know. And I think it's really interesting how, and this is why as an artist I feel like you have to, you owe yourself a change of scenery and a complete change of energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like looking back, like I try to force new shit, but you can't until your life fucking changes, you know?
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, dude, this is just how I'm viewing things right now, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I guess it was more obvious when I moved back, when I moved from LA the first time back, and then I got, like, this huge motivation to start writing again, and that's how Cherry Woods came about, you know? But even here, like, my music, the stuff I was writing outside when I first got here was completely different. All of a sudden. Like, I had just moved here 2 weeks ago. But, like, all of a sudden, my music sounds completely different. You know? Like, it's because it's, like, literally some subconscious shit that you're not even fully, like, understanding, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah. You know, I also have to say this, dude, because I was going to tell you this. But I'm changing the drop of Dialed In again.
Oh.
I know, it's fucked up. I'm sorry to everyone.
When is it coming?
A week.
Oh, we don't know yet.
Yeah. A week from
it's coming.
Literally. Like,
right.
Like sometime. I don't know. First of all, I feel like... No, this has nothing to do with it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm realizing I think it's a good thing because I don't think the hype is good. Like, I need more hype from it, first of all. Like, I need more people being like, yo, I need this. And there are a couple people like that for sure that are like, yo, this is sick.
So you want to make them wait longer?
Yeah. Not Eternal to Take. I don't know if you know about Eternal to Take, you know, was Uzi's album that he put off so long that, like, by the time it dropped, everyone, it's, like, notorious for being,
no one
like...
cared?
Yeah, like, it was, like, we were so hyped for so long. Like, we would have downloaded that album for months now. But literally, now that you're, like, it just took so long, it's like, bruh, you know?
Yeah.
But that's Lil Uzi, too. Like, he doesn't really need to market. You know what I mean? Like, he's Lil Uzi. For me, I feel like, and for all independent artists, I think it's super important to be dropping very consistently. Like, very consistently, you know? Because you don't have a catalog. Like, these rappers that people like, they have tons of albums that they love. They have tons of moods that they can dive into with this one artist, you know? Mm-hmm. And you don't have that. You have, like, a song that they like, you know?
Yeah.
One song, probably. Because, I mean, I was telling you about how Talk to Me Nice is, like, getting traction on Spotify and stuff. And I'm like, okay, but, like, I know that these people actually aren't listening to my whole shit. Some of them might be. But,
yeah, but, like, most people maybe are just like, oh, good song.
Exactly. And that's a beautiful thing, you know, in and of itself. And then one time, if you just met that guy and you're like, what the... Dude, I totally used to listen to Talk to Me Nice, like, a long time ago. You know?
I've done that with a lot of artists, too. Like, I have a lot of their songs saved, but I'm, like, not conscious of who the artist is. And then one day, when... This was me with, like, Omar Apollo. Because, like, I remember you started really liking him, and I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, like, that much about him. And all of a sudden, I had all these songs saved from, like, 2017, 2018. I was like, wait, I love Omar Apollo. Like, I've been a fan. I'm an OG. Like,
for real, though.
You just, like, save little songs, and then it builds more, so that next time you hear about them, you're like, oh, I love all these old songs.
Yeah.
So, definitely, even if they don't go look for it now, like, it'll help to have heard a song or two. Exactly.
Because then, like, in your head, it solidifies it so much more when I'm like, dude, you should listen to Omar Apollo. And then you find that you're like, oh my God, like, I've been looking right over it. And I think for me, it's because I'm an artist. Like, every time I hear a song that I kind of like, I'm like, whoa, who dropped this? Oh my God, let me see. What else does he have? Does he make shit like this? Like, you know what I mean? And I realize not everybody's like that, bro. Like, a lot of people, especially, like, because I see the playlists and stuff on Louis Prince, and I'm like, yeah, like, this guy probably doesn't even recognize when my song comes on. He's just like, oh, yeah, this is on the playlist.
Yeah.
You know, he's not like, dude, no, this is Baxkpaxkzaxk.
Yeah.
He's from Denver. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
He lives in LA. He just moved out to LA to pursue his dream. And that's why I bumped this song, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why
And that's exactly why. Like, everything else he does validates it. Like, it's like, no, it's just like a good song. But I think that's what my like toxic trait as an artist is because I'm such a fan of artists that I am like that, you know. When I'm like, oh, this is Dominic Fike, but he's from Florida. He's from like a little surf town in Florida. That's why it sounds so like chill and like it's you know. And I'm like, but he used to be a rapper, so like back in the day he was like spitting and it changed into this, so that's why else I can like really, you know. And it's just levels, I guess. I feel like you need to be an artist almost to like really be like that and looking for it, you know.
I feel like, you know how we did that like switching roles thing? I feel like after I made that one little song, like I gained so much more respect for like you and all the other artists for like making a song. And then like I work with a girl who writes music.
Oh yeah.
Her name's Olivia Burnett. Look her up. Really good.
She is good. Yeah.
She's gonna come
really
on
like
sometime. But like then she talks about like writing music and stuff, and she just talks about everyone's music and like how like this person's stronger than this person in certain ways, you know, like she just knows a lot about music.
Yeah.
And then like I hear like you and Mars talking about it. I feel like within like the past 6 months, my thoughts about songs is like completely different.
Really?
Yeah, like now when I listen to music, I've been thinking like how they decided to like do the melody, like changing that way, or like random shit that I never like even thought about. So it's really weird, but that was actually a good exercise for us.
Yeah, that was.
Because it really made me like be like, oh wow, like you really like build this, the whole thing.
Yeah, that was a good exercise because I think that it made me more like, dude, I can edit videos good enough for sure. Like that's not the problem. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or like even filming shit. Like I was like, I look good on camera, you know? Like I don't look that bad. Like,
yeah.
I can do this shit, you know? And I feel like it made my content change a lot, like on TikTok and stuff. Like I just started coming with like different angles versus like hitting it like a hammer and just like trying to get the nail in, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you gotta like come at it a different way.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I don't know if this is off topic, but like with the I was posting how like every time I get a job, I suddenly have like imposter syndrome, where I'm like put me on set, and then when I get one, I'm like, wait, I don't know what I'm doing, and then like a bunch of people were like, yeah, I think everyone feels that way, but then like it's so funny because the shoot that I did the other day, they brought all the decorations. I was just there to like put it up. And it's so weird when, like, you're the decision maker.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, okay, here's all your stuff. And then I'm like, okay. And then sometimes I'll be like, do you like that there? And they'll be like, I mean, what do you, like, whatever you think. So it's just so weird. And it's like knowing that my job is purely, like, my intuition.
Yeah.
Is, like, such a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I didn't even bring the decoration. Like, they brought it all. And they're like, okay, now dress the set. And then I'm kind of like, okay, what makes me the most qualified person in this room to dress the set? Yeah. But it's like nothing. Just like
just the fact that
like your talent
I
is,
said I can do it.
Yeah, like your talent is like whatever you're about to do. Like there are skills, but obviously it's just like stuff that you gain from experience.
Yeah.
Not like you don't practice like it's a sport.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, you've done this before, like, go do it again. It's just a really weird thing. But it also just goes to show, like, whatever you just do, you'll be surprised with what you can do.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you just gotta try.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk in and I'm like,
Yeah, you're like,
okay, we're going to need something there.
somebody do something with that. I don't know. But one of you guys, like, dude, but it is, it's with all art, I feel like, to an extent, you have to, like, jump.
Yeah.
You know, and just be like, this maybe. And they're like, yeah, that's good.
Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, if someone brought you in and they were like, hey, like, make a song really quick, you'd be like, and you didn't have one made, you'd know that you'd just be going off of, like, what you've practiced, what you know, your basic intuition. Like, it's just so weird.
Yeah. It's true. It's like, and you can sharpen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're more qualified than me to do that because you're like, well, realistically, these colors shouldn't go with this, and like this is, you know what I mean? And like this scene is trying to set this, the clothes would, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and every experience you have more knowledge of it.
Yeah, but like, I feel the same way with, dude. I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but actually Harry Styles was talking about it the other day, and it was really
The other day.
yeah, in an interview or whatever.
Interview that you watched.
Yeah, the other day.
The other day.
I didn't see Harry Styles the other day. For the listeners there that are lost, I didn't just see him, and I was like, "Yo, what do you think about songwriting?" But he was saying that, like, he sees it like surfing, and so it's like,
Oh yeah.
you can be good at surfing. You have to be good at surfing, otherwise you won't catch the wave at all. But sometimes you're really good at surfing and you're just waiting for the swell and it doesn't come, you know? And it's like, am I bad? Like, because I'm still trying. Like, I'm still out here trying to surf.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference in me right now that's like, but he's like, it just, like the waves, it comes and goes. And like, there's really no rhyme or reason. You might be able to do it a certain time very well. But like, the truth is, it's just, like, you have to be good enough to like be able to stand up when the wave comes, but other than that, like, you're just channeling God, like you're channeling like the higher life shit that everybody is like, yes, that is right, you know?
Yeah. It is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And speaking of God, some part of me feels like when I was in that Buddhist temple, I've been trying to get a job on set the entire time I've been here.
Yeah.
Even this is like a small shoot, but I haven't gotten one. It's been like 9 months or something. All of a sudden, this guy DMs me on Instagram that I've never met or never talked to. No one referred me. He just found me because we had a mutual like follower, but he didn't talk to her about me.
Yeah.
Like, he just found me, and then he's like, hey, can you do a shoot tomorrow? It's blah blah rate. And I was like, yeah. But it's like, I almost feel like something happened in that temple that like really, like, I don't know, dude. And then
I know, right?
I also got asked about another job that I didn't end up getting, but like, it was like they both came, and I was like,
no, that's true.
I felt like, wow, something spiritual did happen back there. Because like, what's going on here? I don't know. I don't want to jinx it.
I know, right? Knock on wood. But no, I do feel like we walked in there and like God was like, yo. God was like, they are pure of heart. You know what I mean? Like,
they're trying so hard.
Right?
Let's throw them a bone, dude.
And plus we came in there just like so like humbled, I feel like.
Yeah.
And we were like, this is amazing. And they were like, you know what? You guys aren't that bad either.
Yeah, no, for real.
Matter of fact, here go 2 more for y'all.
Yeah. Next week, hoping for something else to come out.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's true because, you know, with me, and again, this is just shit that every time I've been out here, like since I've been out here, I feel like every time it's a sort of opportunity, like I'm like, oh, that might be something, I jump on it, you know? Like, you know, I've done some shitty shows Like, I've really been performing in front of, like, 3 people and shit.
Yeah.
Like, strangers that are just, like, staring at me. And, I mean, shit, I've done a lot of shows out here. And I don't know anybody. Like, I've just, like, gotten myself into these rooms. But they've all turned out to be, for the most part, I feel like, great experiences, you know? But, like, not what the ideal situation in my head. I'm like, dude, Snoop Dogg might be there, bro. You know what I mean? And then it's like, Snoop Dogg's not there. And I'm like, where the hell is Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Isn't
are you
there
going
supposed
to
to
be
be someone?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm performing tonight. Like, I'm like, where's the Capitol record exec? Like, this is so weird. But, the Bars on Wheels thing, did I talk about that last week? No, right? Yeah. So, right when we got back, actually, I went to this audition for Bars on Wheels, which is something that my buddy's friend from Bakersfield, my boy Angel, shout out Project Angel, man, on Instagram. And we met at an event, like an open mic in LA, and I just, like, you know, we talked for a little, and then he put on a show a few months later in Bakersfield, and I pulled up. And then we did it again, and then we were doing it a third time, but I was in Korea. And now we're doing it for the 4th time, and I'm so excited because it's getting bigger and bigger every time. Like, they really have a cool community in Bakersfield, and, like, people are just really supportive, you know? Like, I don't know anyone from Bakersfield. I can't even get my people from LA to come up, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, just because I performed there twice, like, I have a good amount of kids who, like, fuck with me. And, like, you know, they know the songs and shit. And so, if nothing else, it's just, like, on the ground promotion, you know? But the Bars on Wheels guy is friends with Project Angel, my boy Angel. And he came to one of the events, and, like, I followed him on Instagram. And he said something like, oh, we'll get you in, bro. Because he saw my performance. And he was like, we'll, like, get you in. We'll get you on the show for sure. And I'm like, bet. Nothing came of it. But then they had a, like, audition in LA. Because I guess they're doing, like, a season 4. They're starting their next season. And so I went there with my buddy Keen. Shout out Keen Visions. And I freestyled for them. I haven't freestyled in a long time, but I feel like I killed it. And yeah, it was, like, really good.
Tell them what your word was.
Yeah. My word was diabetes.
Hey.
No, because they give you, like, you know, you walk in and they give you, like, a minute. And they say you're going to get a word and you're supposed to rap about what it means. Like, just, you know, you're supposed to rap about the word. It's like a subject. But obviously, my little sister has diabetes. So it was a crazy word. It was crazy that they hit me with that. Because I was like,
It's
I
just
got
like
a lot
a
of
weird
stuff
thing.
to say. Yeah. It's weird.
Like, something's in the air, dude.
Dude, because, like, everybody else was getting trash words. I'm not going to lie. Like, people were coming out, they're like, my word was astrophysics. And I'm
Dude,
like,
diabetes would be a trash word if you didn't know someone who was diabetic.
damn, that's true.
You'd be like, diabetes? What the fuck? That's so random.
Yeah.
But it wasn't random to you.
Yeah, it's not. For real.
Not at all. If anything, it's the most important word in my life.
Yeah. For real. But yeah, I obviously rapped about how Maggie has diabetes and it sucks and stuff.
Yeah. Can you hear that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's happening.
All right, bye. No, just kidding. All right, guys, tune in next week.
Dude, the leaf blower mixed with the camera, but we're good now. Yeah, Bars on Wheels was a really, if anything, dude, just a super tight experience because I met so many rappers there and like, cool kids and.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, and shout out my dog Vinny Shoots, bro. Vinny Shoots is watching that because he's just my bro for real. Like I met him at Scene City, those shows up in Bakersfield, and he was just like a real one. Like we just clicked already, you know. And then he was one of the judges, and I hella didn't know he was. I've seen him on Bars and Wheels a couple times, but like I didn't know he was like a judge type shit.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah, so then I just walked in. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're all just sitting out there nervous as fuck. You know?
So
like,
were you more relieved to see a judge you know, or were you like, oh, now it's like someone I know?
I was relieved.
Oh, nice.
I was like, because honestly, my thing is like, I've been writing such good songs lately, and I just feel like I can, like, some of my best attributes as an artist is like being able to create a whole vibe, you know? Like, no matter what kind of song.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like my strongest talent now. Like, I used to be like, I can spit for real, you know? So.
Well, you can.
Exactly. That's the thing. I can't. But like, so that's why I wasn't tripping that hard. But when Vinny was there, I was like, all right, you know, I'm like actually a good performer. Like, you know, I'm like write good songs.
Yeah.
So he could like put them on game and be like, actually, bro, that dude might be next in this bitch.
True.
You know, like, because I do think that I want them to see it like that. Like, I want them to be like, oh, this kid's like on the come up for real. Like, we're lucky to have him on the show, you know?
Really, yeah.
Like, obviously, I would feel super blessed to make it and feel on there, but like at the same time, like, yeah, I would want it to feel more like a partnership or like we're helping each other out.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
Yeah, but okay.
So, how are you feeling about your performance tonight?
Yeah.
Hasn't it been a minute?
It has been a minute.
After like, oh, come on, dog.
Damn. My boy, you went that way. Oh, okay. He turned the corner, I think.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say now to go into it.
Just like.
Oh, after all your back-to-back performances.
Yeah.
Then you had a little break.
Yeah, and looks like I'm doing it again.
Back-to-back?
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like there's a lot coming up.
Isn't that weird how that happens?
Yeah.
Because I haven't announced all of it on Instagram yet. But like, bro, I have like 4 shows in the next month.
Yeah.
Like, and it's true. I haven't done a show in a long time. But I do feel like it's something that comes naturally to me, you know? So I try not to worry about it, because when I do, it doesn't come as natural, you know? And I'm just gonna focus on like having fun, you know? Mm-hmm. Especially tonight, because, you know, tonight is gonna be like a cool, like really cool, like there's a capacity, you know? My boy just like rented out a studio, and we're just gonna like do some songs, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not a huge deal. The Witch's Brew on the 18th is like, I'm kind of nervous for that, because I know that there is going to be like a lot of people who don't know me, you know? It's like a good chance to get them on board. And it's going to be a big set, you know?
Like long?
Yeah. Like it's going to be, I have a time. Like I have like 20, 30 minutes, you know? So like, that's more than a couple of songs.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm doing tonight. Like, tonight, I'm doing the songs with Keen, because that's the thing, is like, it's basically Keen's show, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, he invited all these artists, because like, I have a song with you, 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 you know? So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be like Keen's show, and then like,
all the features?
different artists coming through, yeah. Which is tight, because Keen, like, he has a great sound. I love Keen's sound. It's like new school. It's like so sick, honestly. It's hard to explain because he switches it up a lot. But like, he has such a great ear for other talent, you know?
Yeah.
Like, shout out Real Remedy, bro. I fucking love Real Remedy. He's like one of the sickest rappers I've ever heard. And like, Keen, I just met him through Keen, you know? Like, Keen's like, we have a song together. We have 3 songs together, you know? And like, and I was like, dude, this dude is sliding. And so then I like go and listen to his music, and I'm like, yeah, he's good, bro. Like, an all around good artist. So like, that's one of Keen's talents, you know, is like,
yeah,
you would sound good on this, and like, you
Yeah,
would sound good on that, you know?
producer stuff.
Yeah, for real. But the last exciting thing is I have a show in Denver on the 24th.
Of November?
Yeah. I just booked it.
Oh, jeez.
I just booked it like yesterday.
What day of the week is that?
It's a Friday. Why?
Well, anyway, it's not important for the
You have plans?
podcast. Like, yeah, but we don't need to talk about it on the podcast.
Sad. That's sad. I should check more, but the thing is, I was like, oh, I'm in Denver that day.
Where is it?
It's at the Roxy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's like a familiar venue. I like that venue, and like, I should be able to get a good turnout.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, what I'm really excited about is like you were just saying, bro. I have all these songs that are like new, and so it's hard because like even Paul Simon, and I shouldn't say this on the podcast, but I'm going to.
And it's not called Paul Simon.
That's why I'm putting the drop back.
Why?
Because I'm gonna change it to Paul Simon with a $, and DistroKid won't take it out.
Okay.
But like, I feel like it's important, actually. You know?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah. I'm like, I had that thought last night at like 2:30 in the morning, like laying in bed, and I'm like, no, we can't fucking do this.
Well, then that's good. I'm glad you're going with your gut.
Yeah. And I do. That was the thing too. Is like I felt this huge rush to drop music because I have so much shit that's like getting dust in my head, you know?
Yeah.
Especially because my songs, I feel like that's what it is, though. As an artist, you just get over it, you know?
Yeah. A lot of people say that. Well, people don't really say that because they have to promote their album. But Dominic Fike said it, and I feel like a lot of people must feel that way because he was like, they were like, this is the album, like, this is Sunburn. And he's like, honestly, I have way better shit.
Yeah. And dude, his is 2 years. Like, I can't even picture it.
Yeah. And then it was funny, too, because he was like, what does this album mean to you? Like, is this, like, your most important album because it's about your home? And he's like, no, I like the songs, but I got better shit coming. And it was just like, oh, he's really not going to give us anything.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't give a fuck.
I know, it's true. I think one thing that I told you about, too, is, like, I'm getting so much more accurate with my lyrics. Like, I'm making them more real. And I think that's what's making it so much better. That's one part that's like, I just feel like I can stand on it so much more. Like when I'm performing it, I'm like, no, this is exactly how I feel. Like, and I like really encapsulated it.
Yeah.
You know, versus like, this is kind of an idea.
Probably has to do with your emotional awakening.
Yeah, that's true. I was definitely like emotionally awakened in the last year in like different ways, bro. Like honestly, it's weird, but yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it, and just like self-awareness. My self-awareness is like a lot better, you know, when I'm making these songs, which just makes it better, bro. You know? Yeah. Because people love to think that they're self-aware. Like that's why we like music. That's what I was thinking about when I was listening to Drake. Like, I was listening to If You're Reading This, It's Too Late the other day. And I was like, these songs are actually insane. You know? Yeah. Like, and first of all, one thing that's really interesting is I was realizing, and I don't know if this means much to you, but, bro, like, on a lot of those songs, it's not even a backing track. Like, it's not even a dub. It's one vocal track. Even in the choruses, where like it sounds big. Yeah. Like there's really not even another. It's just the beat and one. Wow. It's so weird, and I'm like, dude, these songs charted. Like
I gotta listen to that.
It's weird, bro. But like that album holds up so well because it's like legend. Like he was like, even in 2016, it makes you think like. Even in 2016, he felt that way. Like, he's like, dude, I already made it. Like, what? I'm the youngest in my city to do this. Like, no one's touching me right now. Yeah. And then he still kept, like, not plateauing. Yeah. It's really weird. Actually, it's, like, strange, dude. Because even Judah hit me yesterday, and he was like, bro, I don't like Drake. You know I don't like Drake, but, like, he's been on a run. He's like, these last 6 months have been, like, strange. And for me, I'm like, not really, bro. He's been doing this, like, very consistently for years now. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even, like, human.
I mean, he's just that generational artist. There's one in every category. There's a couple every generation.
That's the thing, is there's a couple every generation, and you're like, dude, they might. I don't know, though. I feel like Drake for sure had, like, 2010 to 2020. Like, that was Drake.
Yeah, but same with, like, Taylor Swift in pop.
Yeah.
And same with, like, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, with pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Elvis.
Yeah, like, there are those artists, the Beatles. Like, there are those artists that, like, are just goated for, like, 20-plus years.
Yeah, it's true. Well, because, like, you know, the Beatles, I used to think the Beatles just, like, stayed together for so long, bro. They made all those albums in, like, 7 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that?
I think that was the camera.
Really?
Yeah. I've never heard that, though. That was crazy.
I don't know why it made that noise.
Yeah, that
That
was...
was so out of pocket. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, God. But, yeah, the Beatles weren't together as long as I thought
Yeah, that
they
is
were.
crazy. I thought they were.
Yeah.
Because they have such a large discography.
Yeah, they changed a lot. Like, they were
Yeah.
like, oh, we're like a cool, funny 4 guys. And then we're like, no, actually, we're all hippies. And then it was like, actually...
Cool, funny 4 guys.
You know what I mean? Like, they're like, look, we all got the same haircut. Granted, like...
Did they do that for marketing purposes?
I feel you, right? That's what I was about to say. Like, it must have been. Because it's like, dude, you couldn't tell them apart. For the longest, I was like, I don't know. Like,
you're just
they all
like
look
the
the
Beatles.
same.
You just picture the Beatles, and it's like just like
Or like exactly same looking
it's like
dudes.
a silhouette.
Yeah, exactly same looking dudes. Two have guitars, one has the bass the other way, and you're like, oh, that's Paul. And then like the dude's playing the drums, and you're like, that must be Ringo then. But like you really don't know.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Michael Jackson is like the you can't compare him. It's impossible to compare him because like what he charted when he was like under 15.
Yeah.
He was like 13, like A B C as he is, and then like, dude, that song came out, dude, 80 years ago almost. Is that true?
Yeah. I don't know when it came out, but
I think it came out in the 60s. No, that's 60. That's 60 years ago. Though.
yeah.
Like,
Well, he's dead.
yeah, but until he died, he was like selling out tours. Like,
Oh,
if
yeah,
he was
for
alive
sure.
right now and went on tour, he would gross millions and millions. Even though, like, honestly, there were people like trying to die for Michael Jackson even when he was still alive. Like look at the This Is It tour. All those people that came, he sold out hundreds of arenas.
Yeah.
And it was because he was broke as fuck. Like, I don't know if you know that, but like, Michael Jackson fucked his money up. Crazy. Like, no one spent money like him.
Interesting.
Even his accountants were like, bro. And he's like making so much money. But they're like, dude, you cannot do that. Like, what the fuck? And he's like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to do it. I've seen videos of, like, them being like, he's like, I want this and that. Like, in, like, some expensive Gucci store or something. And they're like, no, like, you can't. You know you can't right now. And he's like, dude, I'm going to.
Because he knows how fast money can come.
Yeah.
So,
It's true.
good for him.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's like,
Now he's dead.
so it really doesn't matter.
So who gives a fuck?
Are you like a Michael Jackson hater?
No, I love Michael Jackson.
You love his music. Do you think he touched the kids?
No.
Really?
No, I honestly don't.
No way.
Free Michael Jackson. Last week it was Armie Hammer, now it's Michael Jackson.
Free Michael Jackson. No, Free Michael Jackson is crazy, actually.
No, I saw this one interview of them like asking about the kids, and he's like, I love kids.
Yeah, you just think he was like, for sure
I think he had issues because he didn't get to experience his childhood.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So he just wanted to feel like a kid.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, hang out with kids.
And I think as an adult, you should know that like you can't do that. You know, it's just a touchy situation. It's dangerous. Whatever. Kids could get the wrong idea. You know, people could whatever. Like as an adult, you should never do that. Like you should never have kids sleep over, especially in your bed. But I don't think he was
like thinking like that.
Yeah. I think he was fucked up in the head because he didn't get a childhood and he just wanted to be around kids.
Yeah.
But it's like he should have been the adult and not done that. But I don't think it was super crazy. But hey, my opinion doesn't matter. It's just a random theory.
Yeah. I used to think that too, but then I watched that documentary.
Oh. Well, I'll watch
Neverland. Or something.
All right, well, I'll watch it.
Yeah, that'll change it. Unfortunately, by the end of that, you'll be like,
damn.
I do like bad though, like
yeah,
you know,
the
like,
music is never gonna go.
That's the thing, like no matter what, like he still made Thriller, bro.
Yeah, honestly, with all artists,
it's better.
I don't care what
just
they
keep
did.
it.
I'm gonna listen to their art. I'm gonna watch their movies.
Mm-hmm. Same, and that's the thing is like, same with XXXTentacion.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, everyone was like, oh, I can't listen to him because he was such a piece of shit. And it's like, dude, first of all, you didn't know him. I didn't know him either. So that doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like, so, but then it's also like dude, me as an artist, he inspires me. So I'm like, his music strictly inspires me. I'm like, oh, I should do that. I should do this, you know? So it's like you're depriving yourself as an artist if you're not trying to take in inspiration from everywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. I've never felt like I wouldn't support someone. Even like David Dobrik, like when he was canceled. I mean, he still is.
Yeah.
Not to me though. But like I would still watch his videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though they're like not even like art. They are, but they're like about him and his friends.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you don't really like you shouldn't really separate it in that case. But like I still did.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. Some people care.
I don't. Yeah. Not me. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, you have any last remarks?
Last remarks.
Any last words, Toter?
No, I think. Wait, is there one thing that I'm forgetting? I wanted to talk about. Oh, just really quick. I told you last night, but I got accepted into the Something Dope for the People Pass the Aux.
Oh yeah.
For this Tuesday, yeah. Woo.
That's lit.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that because there's supposed to be like label execs and stuff there.
Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment getting in alone.
Yeah, they only picked 50 artists, so
yeah, that's sick.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Thank you to the gods.
For real, it's a blessing. It really is, and so I'm excited about that, and that is probably all I wanted to say. So we can wrap it up.
There's just a lot going on for you.
For both of us, dude.
Yeah.
Progress. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in to the Sunday Night Nut Pod. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Leave a comment.
Yes. For real, that does help a lot. So if you guys watched it, dude, please leave a little like. Leave a comment and we'll guess your zodiac sign. Yeah. Which, by the way, I already guessed a commenter, Dylan Bavard. Ooh. I guessed your zodiac after you commented. And dude, the other funny thing is like, we forgot to say it, but on the podcast, I was like, he's probably going to be like, I was born in January or something. Oh, like Mars with May? Yeah, we guessed May, and then I was like, he's going to say he was born in January. No, you guessed December. You guessed Sag, and then it turns out he was a Taurus. Oh, yeah, okay. Just like Dylan. May, yeah, he was born in May. Yeah. But I also guessed another girl's last night.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, over text. I was like, yeah.
Alright, anyway, comment and we'll guess your sign.
Yeah, we'll guess the fuck out of it. Alright.
Okay, bye.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah.
We are brother and sister.